Attention all die-hard Dallas Cowboys supporters. Major developments are unfolding in the NFC East, and they could reshape everything. What's happening now could directly influence the Cowboys' quest for another championship title, a major power shift that might leave their division rivals struggling for seasons to come. We're here to break it all down for you. But before we dive in, if you live and breathe Cowboys football, make sure to subscribe and stay connected. Join our growing family of passionate fans and help us reach 1,000 subscribers. Share this with your friends and every Cowboys enthusiast you know. Let's build this community together. Now, let's jump straight into today's story. When you think of the Dallas Cowboys, you immediately picture a franchise known for balance, depth, and relentless competitiveness. Season after season, they've earned recognition not only for their roster full of stars, but also for their grit, determination, and ability to adjust under pressure. However, as we reach the midpoint of the 2025 season, trouble appears to be brewing. Trouble that threatens to disrupt that finely tuned system. The issue centers on one major concern: their defense, and more precisely, their alarming problems on third downs. This isn't just a minor stumble, it's turning into a full-blown crisis that could lead to a record-setting low in third down defensive efficiency, potentially the worst in NFL history. Yes, you heard correctly. This is more than a slump. It's a historic decline that's reshaping the perception of the Cowboys' defense this year. To grasp the full picture, we need to look at the foundation. Dallas has always been a franchise built on strength from both sides of the ball, dominating defenses, explosive offenses, and a legacy of excellence that few can rival. Yet, the 2025 season has been anything but smooth for their defensive squad. Before the season began, they suffered a massive blow. Star linebacker and game-changing force Micah Parsons was traded to the Green Bay Packers. His departure created a gap that has proven nearly impossible to fill. As the season has progressed, the impact of losing Parsons has become painfully evident across the defensive line. Heading into Week 10, the Cowboys are allowing nearly 31 points per game, the second highest in the league. They're surrendering over 404 total yards each game, again, second worst in the NFL, and struggling heavily against the run, giving up an average of 146 rushing yards per contest. In the air, they've been slightly better, allowing about 258 passing yards per game, placing them in the league's middle tier. But the real red flag lies in their performance during crucial downs. Third down is the true test of a defense's strength, and the Cowboys are failing that test dramatically. Their opponents are converting about 54% of third down attempts, meaning more than half the time the opposing offense is keeping drives alive when it counts the most. To put things in perspective, the worst third down conversion rate ever recorded by an NFL defense stands at 51.9%. The Cowboys are alarmingly close to surpassing that infamous milestone. What's concerning is that their problems don't stem from poor play on first or second down. In fact, they've performed reasonably well early in drives, even managing 5 sacks in those situations. The real issue emerges when the game reaches third down, whether it's third and long, third and medium, or third and short. A clear example of this struggle came during Arizona's Week 9 opening drive. The Cardinals faced 3rd and 8, 3rd and 10, 3rd and 6, and 3rd and 5 in a single series. In those moments, they succeeded with an 18-yard completion, a 15-yard strike, and a defensive holding penalty that granted them a free first down. They also connected on a 7-yard pass, and despite a few incomplete throws, that possession continued thanks to a mix of successful plays and penalties, keeping their offense on the field. This sequence highlights the core issue. Dallas's defense can't seem to make stops when it matters most. It's a pattern that's repeated throughout the season. After 9 games, opponents have converted on 54% of their third down attempts against the Cowboys, a disastrous figure considering the league average hovers near 40% and the all-time worst rate in NFL history is just below 52%. This means Dallas isn't simply struggling, they're teetering on the edge of setting a record no team wants. Adding to the concern, the Cardinals in Week 9 converted 7 of 13 third downs, a staggering 53.8% success rate, perfectly in line with Dallas's season-long trend. According to the head coach, the team's issue isn't just about raw talent, it's about consistency. The Cowboys look strong on first and second downs, but crumble when the play reaches that decisive third moment. Their offensive struggles to extend drives compound the problem, forcing the defense back on the field and wearing them down further. And that, in football terms, is a perfect recipe for defeat. When a defense can't force stops during key possessions, opponents dictate the pace, keep scoring, and control the game entirely. This isn't an isolated incident, it's a trend. For several consecutive weeks, the Cowboys have consistently found themselves among the league's worst in third down defense, showing a level of underperformance that's becoming historically bad.